Harper One and HarperAudio present Braving the Truth, Essential Essays for Reckoning with and Reimagining Faith by Rachel Held Evans. Edited by Sarah Bessey. Read by Sarah Bessey, Daniel Johns Evans, and Marnie Penning.
For all of us who felt a little less alone in the world because of the work and witness of Rachel Held Evans.
Forward by Daniel Johns Evans. My fingers are cold as I sit here in my office. The sun is rising, revealing a pastoral view through the window. A distant barn, a field. The hint of snow flurries is present in the air. It's January, and every new year brings with it a zeitgeist of priorities, commitments, and goals. I don't have an easily accessible mental library of favorites or firsts. In fact, it's something I want to get better at, to know myself a little more. If ever asked my favorite color, I tend to dodge and explain myself in contexts. It depends on the object. I hide behind humor. For cheese, it's anything not fuzzy and green. Or occasionally, I will reference Rachel's favorite color of flower, yellow, and agree with it. It might surprise you to hear that Rachel was resistant to the idea of starting a blog in the first place. At the time, she'd been freelancing and had a few articles published in national publications. She had a column in our local paper called Shootin' the Breeze. She also had a book she wanted to write, and we were both in the process of learning the ins and outs of publishing. In this era of Zanga, many blogs were just that, a weblog, focused on the author's personal life. And adding a public list of what Rachel had eaten for breakfast didn't seem to her like a needed addition to her work. My strengths were those of a generalist, who was technically minded enough to handle the tasks of creating social media accounts and websites. Her strengths were that of a gentle-hearted, will of steel, intelligent, focused writer. I never knew what I wanted to be when I grew up. Rachel was a writer. I didn't know how to answer what do you do when people asked. Rachel was a writer. The new era we were entering happened to give us a way to combine our skill sets. In the age of these new social media services, Facebook and Twitter, for a first-time writer to get a book published, it was easier if you approached a publisher with an existing audience. After a bit of good-natured debate over a few weeks, she agreed to start publishing a blog, as long as she could do it in a way that she could be proud of. She wanted to treat it as a sacred place between her and a like-minded audience, where she wrote full articles, things that could be found just as easily in a print magazine as on a .com. So many Januaries ago, in 2008, we launched Rachel's personal website and blog. Yellow flowers had a few months before they would peek their heads above the soil. It was, as it is now, a time for beginnings. There were similar chills and smells in the air when she and I had discussions about putting her writing online. Over the years, I saw her, at times, complete hours of research before writing and publishing a single essay. Reading and writing was part of how Rachel processed reality. It was connection to other souls, past and future, navigating their way through thoughts and doubts with words. It was something she was great at, and something she would have done regardless of pay. Her first blog article was dated December 2007. The fact that that's nearly 20 years ago now is difficult for me to imagine. And yet, after a look in the mirror and the sight of a few extra wrinkles and some gray in my beard, it becomes perfectly reasonable. Recently, I've learned that I do have some favorites in life. My favorite part of a movie is the beginning. It's the instant the fanfare plays and the studio logos appear on the screen. It's the moment of immersion. A place where I've decided to let go of my reality temporarily and let someone else's story reveal things to me about myself. My fingers are a bit warmer now. Above me, Rachel's vision board leans high against the wall on top of a bookcase. It is full of sentences, bullet points, fragments of thought, all channeling the direction of her work and her focus. Some of them were borrowed inspiration. One true sentence. Moving forward lily pad by lily.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?